Hi Gemini, happy early birthday and welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your May 2022 tarot reading. Thank you to those of you who've liked, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. And for those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, the Celtic Oracle spread as always, and also pulled some Oracle cards and Mudra card for you guys. We're actually going to start the reading off by rolling those astrology dice we have in front of us to get an idea of where your focus will be as far as that goes. Okay, so we have 5. So 5th house for you guys is Libra, and actually at the time of recording this, we're pretty much under that full moon in Libra energy. And 5th house is romance, creativity, children. We have Taurus, and of course, for the majority of May, we'll be in Taurus season. At the very end of April, actually, April 30th, there's going to be a new moon eclipse in Taurus, and that's your 12th house, so definitely be some focus there around spirituality, blind spots, mental health. And we have the North Node. So again, actually, the North Node is in Taurus. So quite a bit of focus going on with your 12th house, it appears. So we'll keep that in mind as we go through the main spread. And in the main situation position, we have the 8 of Swords, which is Gemini energy. And then challenging that, we have the Knight of Wands and 6 of Swords in the reverse position. So seeing these cards come out together could just be saying that you're reluctant to move on a situation. You could just be feeling stuck in your head, not quite knowing which way forward out of a situation. And part of that could be all of the 12th house energy that we're seeing, both astrologically speaking and with the dice that came up for you guys as well. So you could just be feeling a bit stuck in your heads, or maybe there's a lot of plans in mind, but you're not quite sure where to start with something, right? And seeing these two things in the challenge seem to support that. Because if this, Knight of Wands in the upright is definitely very much an action-oriented energy, and then with the 6 of Swords, it represents moving to calmer waters. So yeah, could just be saying that you're stuck in this position, but the key would actually be for you guys to actually take some action to move yourself out of that situation. So that looks like that would be the key this month. In the foundation position, we have the Page of Pentacles. So for some of you, this might be a financial situation that you might be racking your brains over. Might feel like something's just out of your reach. I always point out with the Page of Pentacles, the fact that it looks like the Pentacle's not quite in his hands. So that could be part of the issue, right? Maybe there's a situation that you're trying to move forward with, but you might feel like you don't have the resources to do so at this time. Try to see if anything else comes to mind with this. It's primarily what I'm getting there. Alright, in the past position, we have the Chariot. So this is actually the major arcana card for Cancer, and it looks like, at least in the past, you might have actually been making a lot of forward progress around a situation. And given that Cancer for you guys is your second house finances, it could have been a financial situation, right? So let's just say maybe your financial position was really good, right? And it could just be as simple as pretty much almost everywhere in the world, it seems like prices of things are going up, right? So it could just be one of those things where you might have had this set income coming in every month, but now as the cost of things are going up, you might be a bit hesitant, like, okay, should I continue to move forward in the way that I've been doing, right? So there could just be a lot of reevaluation around finances. For some of you, if there was some kind of travel plans too, maybe those are a bit up in the air now, so a few different ways I could see that playing out. But yeah, it looks like there was definitely something that you were destined to take on in the past, and it looks like you were getting forward progress with that. And now with that eight of Swords in the main situation, you might have felt like it came to a halt. In the present position, we have the 6 of Pentacles. So Taurus energy here, which we also saw with the dice. So could just be saying that as we progress through Taurus season, you might actually feel like there is some balance restored. So like I said, if it was as simple as you were waiting for some kind of financial resources to take something on, could just be saying that that could be coming in for you guys this month. Now you might feel like it's still coming in a bit slower than you would ideally like, right? Just looking at the imagery there makes me think of something trickling in, right? So okay, maybe you know exactly what you're going to get, but it could just be that it's coming forward slower than you would have expected. And this could just be around any situation, though, where you're trying to restore balance, even within your inner mind, because like we said, that energy for you guys, Taurus is your 12th house, so it could even just be balancing different thought processes that you have going on right now. All right, in the near future position, we have the High Priestess. So usually I view this as a Pisces energy, but if nothing else, this could again point to the North Node in your 12th house, the fact that we're going to have that eclipse. Uranus has been there for quite some time, so it could just be saying that all of this energy passing through your 12th house could actually have you really tapping into your intuition, right? Possibly getting some ideas in the subconscious and being more aware of those things, right? But at the same time, I don't necessarily see you taking action on these ideas, but I feel like you're just letting them flow through you, um, possibly filtering them out, right? But that's what I see with that. All right, in the position of your influence in the situation, we have the Three of Cups. So this is actually a Cancer energy here. So for some of you, this could just be saying that you will actually be celebrating some success around finances. So like I said, yeah, it looks like there might have been some delay around something for a bit, but now this month you might actually start to see that move forward. For some of you, this could just be saying that you're getting out, partying with friends a little bit, right? It could just be as simple as, especially if you're a Gemini sun born in May, right? Could just be saying that you might be getting out and celebrating with friends in that regard too. So a few different ways that could be playing out. But yeah, usually with the Three of Cups, I see this as long-standing connections. So it could just be siblings, just friends that you've had for years. But definitely looks like a bit of a celebratory atmosphere there for sure. So with that said, it looks like you won't necessarily be in that Eight of Swords energy for long. So like I said, it could just be all the stuff going on in your 12th. As that starts to progress and move into your sign, you might start to feel more open at that point. All right, in the environment position, we have Judgment. So usually I view this as Scorpio energy. And of course, you guys got the North Node in Taurus, the South Node's in Scorpio. So it could just be pointing to something coming back around. For some of you, maybe it is around a work blockage that you might have had for a while, given that Scorpio energy is your 6th house. But yeah, seeing this come out when there's going to be that full moon eclipse in Scorpio in May totally seems to make sense in that regard. But there's also going to be a Mercury retrograde as well that's going to start in your sign and then backtrack into Taurus. So it could be some significance around that too. But either way, it definitely looks like there is the opportunity for past opportunities to come back around this month for sure. Like I said, for some of you, it could just be something work related, but it could definitely be friendships or relationships, almost anything, especially given that you guys are ruled by Mercury and the Mercury retrograde is going to start in your sign. But yeah, whatever it is that does come back around, looks like the timing for it was correct and there was some unfinished business there. All right, in the hopes or fears position, we have the Wheel of Fortune, which is Jupiter energy, and the Eight of Wands, Sagittarius energy. So yeah, I will say I don't think many people enjoy that Eight of Swords energy, right? So it could just be as simple as saying that you're hoping for forward movement, right? Because the Wheel of Fortune to me represents a movement of a cycle, and then that Eight of Wands is another thing that definitely points to forward movement as well. So for some of you, it can be around a relationship, but yeah, this looks like whatever this stagnant situation you ran into, like I said, it looks like it's primarily pointing to finances, what I'm seeing, but it could be any area of life. Yeah, it looks like it's just saying that you're hoping for that forward movement. You might have felt blocked, stifled in a certain way. And it looks like some of the energies coming around will help free things up this month. All right. And in the outcome position, we have the Knight of Cups, Pisces energy, the Magician, and Four of Pentacles. So it's interesting to see that progression there, because with the Knight of Cups, again, that could represent possibly some openness, right? Moving towards something. For you guys, Pisces energy is your 10th house. So again, that could be another indicator that it might be tied to your finances for some of you. But it could obviously be love as well, given that we see the Cups energy. Immediately after that, we see the Magician, right? Saying that you have all the tools at your disposal. And then we have that Four of Pentacles, which is Capricorn energy and could definitely point to a restriction, just pulling back in some way. So it's interesting. It almost reminds me of that, in a way, the cards that we're seeing in the main situation and the challenge position. As far as it looks like there's this forward momentum, right? The confidence, the faith, and then a bit of a withdrawal. Now, like I said, for some of you, it could just be as simple as the energies that we're going to experience this month, especially that retrograde starting in your sign, backtracking into your 12th house, right? which could definitely point to reevaluating some situations. So for some of you, it could just be as simple as you might feel pretty solid around an idea that you have that you want to undertake, and knowing that you could take the action to do so, but you might feel like the timing to start it might not be right yet, so you might be looking more toward Cancer season. And the reason why I say that is because during Cancer season, of course, there'll be a full moon in Capricorn. So it could just be one of those things where you're like, okay, I have a plan in place now. The thing that I was waiting on is finally here, right? Maybe it's coming in a little slower than I would have hoped. So, okay, in the meantime, I'm going to kind of stack up my resources, and by the time I get to Cancer season, July, right, I'll be ready to move forward on this. So that's how I see it for some of you. For others of you, it could just be more of a cautionary thing, saying, try not to withhold too much this month, because especially if it's due to lack of confidence, because with the Magician energy there, looks like it's saying that whatever you need to undertake, you do have those tools at your disposal this month. All right, and at the bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Wands. So yeah, again, just an indicator to me that you guys probably have a lot of ideas flowing through you, but the actual taking the action toward those ideas could be a bit of a struggle this month. And like I said, as we get later into May, you get more energy in your sign, that might actually help out. And of course, through June, especially when the Mercury retrograde ends and that energy starts to clear out too. And interestingly enough, beneath that, we have the Six of Wands too. So yeah, it could just be an indicator there saying that whatever you're trying to undertake, it looks like it will bring you success, but it's just a matter of actually taking that leap. All right, moving on to your Four Agreements card, we have be impeccable with your word, express your love. There we go. All right, and let's see what it says. All right, doesn't want to cooperate right now with the focus. There we go. It says impeccability of the word can be measured by your level of self-love. If you love yourself, you will express that love in your interaction with others, and that action will produce a like reaction. So yeah, definitely a message about authenticity there, and impeccability with the word is definitely something important to at least strive for during the Mercury retrograde, if nothing else, because that definitely increases the likelihood of misunderstandings, miscommunication. So hopefully that resonated. And moving on to your Wisdom of the Oracle card, we have Go the Distance. There's the artwork, and the number is 47. So we'll see what this has to say. Okay, it says endurance, strength, the long haul. The Oracle's message: to bring your dream to life, you must think long term and pay no attention to the fluctuations in the current of your experience. Joy and disappointment commingle with opportunities, so there is no need to fear the occasional obstacle. Life is not a sprint. This card is a reminder that you have endurance, strength, and fortitude to carry you all the way. Remain true to yourself. Your authenticity alone will keep you in alignment with the energy of miracles. What is yours will never be withheld from you. Remember that. So, interesting message there. And again, we see something referring to authenticity and whatnot. So, maybe if you guys are feeling unsure of yourselves, because like I said, it could have been like a lack of confidence around the situation. Could just be saying that you just need to try to have faith in yourself and stay the course in that regard. So, whatever is needed. The relationship message says you either are in or are calling in a harmonious relationship that can stand the test of time. For better or worse, as you ride the ups and downs and even strain, break yourself, and are remade in new growth, you are being redeemed by the power of regeneration. Harmony does not mean that there will never be a wrong note played, but that the relationship is marked by endurance and dedication to overall unity. A new song can be written, an instrument can be tuned, and the symphony of love will play on. Listen with your heart. Isn't it magnificent? So yeah, interesting where it says you're either are in or calling in a harmonious relationship, because I think of the horn there. So yeah, for some of you, maybe it's just if you've been in a bit of a blocked energy lately, and that starts to free up for you, that could just be saying that might leave you a bit more open and receptive for those types of energies. So hopefully that resonated. And the prosperity message says your most precious dreams are not about instant gratification, but enduring prosperity. This is a time to think long term and engage in continued action. You will experience momentum building as you translate the ebb and flow into slow and steady movement forward. Your efforts, ideas, and hard work now can lead to greater riches than you can imagine. Stoke the fire so that an uninterrupted stream of energy is available to support you in all the phases of manifestation. Be assured that you are in the right place right now. So yeah, interesting message there. So yeah, like I said, let's just go with another generic example, given that we see the Chariot in their past position, and then a little bit of uncertainty, and we see the Judgment card in the Environment position. Let's just say that you're a business owner, right? And maybe you were doing really good at a certain point, and with all these crazy economic things happening around the world, maybe that business really slowed up for you guys, and maybe you start to doubt that business would ever pick back up, right? Could just be saying that you might start to see that business starts to trickle in again, and that could help restore your confidence in that regard. So hopefully that resonated. All right, and lastly, we have Mudra for you guys. So this is your Mudra here. It's the Makara Mudra, and the keyword for it is fertility. Okay, so if you want to pause it or take a screenshot, you can. But under benefits, it says improves memory, strengthens the kidneys, helps to relieve low back pain, nourishes the hair, restores energy reserves. So if that sounds like a mudra you think would be beneficial for you guys, we'll put the name for the description video as always. Once again, happy early birthday to you guys who celebrate in May, and I'll see you guys next month. All right, bye.